You did not find this by accident. Let me say that again so it really lands. You did not find this by accident. The moment you clicked on this message, the moment your eyes were drawn to these words, the moment something inside you said, "Pay attention," that was intentional. That was orchestrated. That was divine. You've been sensing something, haven't you? A shift around money, around your finances, around your relationship with abundance. It's been subtle, maybe just a feeling, a knowing, a restlessness, a sense that something is about to change. Something is about to break open. Something is about to flow in a way it hasn't before. And you're right. Something is reorganizing in your financial reality right now, in this moment, behind the scenes, in the invisible realm where all change begins. Circumstances are aligning, opportunities are forming, people are being moved into position, energy is shifting, and you are at the center of it. But let's be clear about what a wealth blessing actually means. It's not a lottery ticket. It's not magic falling from the sky. It's not the universe randomly deciding you're lucky today. A wealth blessing is the convergence of three things: preparedness, alignment, and identity. Preparedness means you've been doing the work. Maybe you didn't even know you were doing it, but you've been growing, learning, evolving, becoming ready to hold more, to receive more, to steward more. You've been prepared. Alignment means your energy matches the frequency of wealth. You're no longer vibrating at scarcity, no longer operating from lack, no longer believing abundance is for everyone except you. You've shifted, and that shift has opened a channel. In identity means you've become the person who naturally receives wealth, not chases it, not begs for it, receives it, because it matches who you are now, because you've transformed from the inside out, because your internal state finally reflects the abundance you've been seeking externally. You are not here to wish for wealth. You are not here to hope. You are not here to try one more manifestation technique and see if this one finally works. You are here because a deeper part of you, the part that knows, the part that's connected to your highest potential, that part is ready to receive, truly ready, finally ready. And when you're ready, the blessing comes. Not before, not after. Exactly when you're ready, and you're ready now. That's why you're here. That's why this message found you. That's why you can't look away. So let's begin, because your wealth blessing isn't coming. It's already here. And in the next few minutes, you're going to understand exactly what that means and exactly what to do with it. Right now, you're standing in a very specific place, a place most people don't recognize, a place that feels confusing, uncertain, sometimes even frustrating. You're in the transition phase with money, the gap between struggle and overflow, the space between where you've been and where you're going. And if your mind has been oscillating lately, if one day you feel certain that abundance is coming, and the next day you wonder if anything is actually changing, you're not losing your mind. You're not doing it wrong. You're in the exact place where wealth identities are forged. One moment you feel it, you can sense the shift. You know something is different. You feel aligned, clear, certain. You think, this is it. It's finally happening. Money is on its way. Everything is changing. And you feel powerful, unstoppable, connected to something bigger than your circumstances. But then, the next day or even hours later, doubt creeps back in. You look at your bank account and the numbers haven't changed. You check your email and there's no opportunity waiting. You scan your reality for evidence and you don't see it yet. And your mind says, see? Nothing's different. You were just fooling yourself. It's not working. It's never going to work for you. This oscillation, this back and forth between faith and doubt, between knowing and questioning, between abundance, consciousness, and scarcity thinking, this is not a sign you're failing. This is a sign you're in the middle. And the middle is where everything happens. This is where the actual transformation occurs. Because you're not just trying to get more money. You're becoming a different person. A person with a completely different relationship to wealth. A person who thinks differently about money, feels differently about abundance, acts differently around opportunities. And that kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens in this gap. in this uncomfortable, uncertain middle space. This midpoint is where wealth identities are forged, not in the breakthrough, not when the money finally arrives. Here, when you don't have proof yet, but you choose to believe anyway. When your circumstances say one thing, but you hold a different vision. When logic tells you to give up, but something deeper tells you to stay. This is where you become the person who receives and sustains wealth. And here's what most people don't know. Many people quit right before the shift, right before the breakthrough, right before everything they've been working toward finally manifests. They quit because the gap feels too wide, because the waiting feels too long, because the doubt gets too loud. And they decide, this isn't working. I need to be realistic. I need to accept things as they are. And the tragedy is, they were so close. The shift was forming, the energy was reorganizing, the breakthrough was preparing to break through, but they couldn't see it yet, so they walked away. They gave up 3 feet from gold. They stopped right before the miracle. But you're not going to do that, because now you understand what's happening. You understand that this gap, this transition, this oscillation, it's not evidence of failure. It's evidence of transformation. You're not stuck, you're shifting. You're not going backwards. You're being refined. You're not failing. You're in the final stages before the breakthrough. So when doubt comes, and it will come again, don't let it convince you to quit. Just recognize it for what it is. The old identity making its last stand. The old programming testing your new beliefs. The gap trying to close before you fully crossed it. But you're going to cross it because you're not stopping and you're not turning back. You're staying in the transition until it completes. This is your turning point. The moment between struggle and overflow, and you're going to make it through. Because you understand now. You understand that the gap is sacred, that the waiting is purposeful, that the oscillation is temporary, and that your wealth blessing is not just coming, it's forming right now in this very gap, preparing to flood into your reality the moment you fully embody the person who can receive it. Stay here. Stay committed. Stay aligned, because the overflow is closer than you think. Here's what nobody tells you about wealth. It's built first in the unseen before the money shows up in your account, before the opportunity knocks on your door, before the breakthrough becomes visible. It's built internally in your beliefs, in your identity, in your expectations. Financial transformation begins inside you, not outside you. Your external financial reality is just a mirror, a reflection, a printout of your internal state. And right now, whether you realize it or not, your internal state around money is changing, shifting, upgrading. You're forming a new relationship with wealth at the subconscious level. And when that internal shift completes, your external reality will have no choice but to match. This happens in the invisible first, in the thoughts you're choosing, the way you talk to yourself about money, the feelings you generate when you think about your finances, the energy you carry when opportunities arise. All of this is shifting, and these shifts, small as they seem, are creating massive changes in your financial future. Think about it. Every time you catch yourself in a scarcity thought and redirect it to abundance, every time you feel the old fear around money but choose faith instead, every time you see someone else's wealth and feel inspired rather than jealous, every time you make a decision from your future self instead of your past patterns, every single time you're building wealth in the invisible. These aren't just nice thoughts. These aren't just affirmations that make you feel better temporarily. These are identity shifts. These are frequency adjustments. These are the actual building blocks of your new financial reality. And they're accumulating, compounding, creating momentum in the realm where all manifestation begins. Money flows to the identity that believes it is worthy, not the identity that hopes, not the identity that wishes, not the identity that begs or chases or proves, the identity that simply knows. I am worthy of wealth, I am capable of receiving it, I am safe holding it. And you are developing that identity right now. You are releasing the past scarcity patterns that kept you small, kept you struggling, kept you stuck in cycles of almost, but not quite. Those patterns were never yours. They were inherited, absorbed, learned, and now they're being unlearned, dissolved, replaced with a new operating system, a wealth operating system. And part of that upgrade is developing a calm, regulated nervous system around wealth. Because most people's nervous systems panic when money comes. They don't trust it. They expect it to leave. They brace for loss, and so their body, their energy, their actions unconsciously push wealth away. But you're different now. You're learning to stay calm in the presence of abundance, to breathe through receiving, to hold wealth without fear or guilt or the belief that you'll lose it. This is the upgrade. This is what makes wealth sustainable. Because wealth is not luck. It's not a random stroke of fortune. Wealth is a state of being. It's a frequency. It's an identity. And you're becoming that identity right now, in this moment, with every breath, every choice, every shift in how you relate to money. You're not chasing wealth anymore. You're embodying it. And when you embody it, it has no choice but to flow to you. Now we're going to do something powerful. We're going to speak directly to your nervous system, to the part of you that's been holding tension around money, the part that's been bracing, protecting, guarding. We're going to tell it, it's safe now. It's safe to receive. It's safe to have. It's safe to hold. Take a deep breath with me, fill your lungs completely, and as you exhale, let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your belly relax. Because wealth cannot flow into a tense body. Abundance cannot enter a system that's in fight or flight. So we breathe, we soften, we open. Now repeat these words silently or out loud. Let them sink in. Let them reach the deepest part of you. I allow wealth. Say it again. Feel what happens in your body when you say it. I allow wealth. You're not forcing it. You're not chasing it. You're allowing it. Like opening a door. Like unclenching a fist. Like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. Do that now. Literally. Inhale deeply and imagine abundance. Golden light. Prosperity flowing into your lungs. And exhale completely, releasing every thread of fear, every whisper of scarcity, every trace of unworthiness. Breathe in abundance. Breathe out fear. Again, keep doing this. Let your breath reprogram your nervous system. Let your body remember, I am safe. Wealth is welcome here. I allow it. I allow wealth. I am safe with money. Money is safe with me. One more time, with complete certainty. I allow wealth. I am safe with money. Money is safe with me. Good, your nervous system is softening, opening, allowing. This is the foundation. This is where wealth begins. In safety, in allowance. In the calm certainty that you are ready, you are worthy, and you are safe. Breathe, soften, allow. If you want to accelerate this transformation, listen daily or nightly right before sleep, when your subconscious is most open and receptive. Let these words, this frequency, this wealth identity sink deeper and deeper until it's not something you're trying to embody. It's simply who you are. Let repetition and consistency turn this activation into your new automatic state. You were chosen to receive this wealth blessing, not randomly, intentionally, because you're ready, because you've been prepared, because your season has arrived, so receive it, fully, completely, without doubt or hesitation. It's yours. It's here. It's done. Welcome to your wealth. Welcome to your abundance. Welcome to the life you were always meant to live. And so it is.